But without any further ado, let's go to the action in the first quarter of the Northern Football League Grand Final out there at Preston City Oval. Bundoora taking on Heidelberg.
The final game in the Northern Football League for 2011. Up they go. Comes to the front of the pack. Again, it's Heidelberg getting a kick away, but sitting underneath the footy there, Matthew Hyde. Hyde has the footy and he's going to put it out to that outer wing position. He has a man all by himself who was able to take the mark. The Bulls going into attack with a long kick into the pocket. Cloak leads out, couldn't take the mark.
Chance here now for the Tigers to come out of defence. Taken over here on this occasion by Haydock. Comes over towards the grandstand side of the ground. Hasn't been over this side at all, but it's going to be a Bundoora free kick over here.
Yeah, marking interference it was. So Harrison, see if he's learnt from his first kick at goal. He was directly in front on that occasion. Comes in on this one. It's an acute angle. Comes in with the left foot, steers it on its way, but the goal umpire looks to the heavens. First on the scoreboard to Bundoora. Adam Jackson hand passes straight away, gives it across to Jess Sinclair, the ex-North Melbourne player. Takes a sidestep and then kicks with the left boot long to half forward. They're outnumbered, but they pricked up the footy. Good hand pass came off from Favren. Long kick into the forward line. It's bouncing high, and it's knocked through in the end.
Cameron Cloak taking the free kick from the centre wing. Bombs it long. Floaty Torp. No one can mark it. Base of the pack. Hand pass coming out to Contessa. Gave it to Glory. Glory into goal and boots the ball second. Matty Pilios, well-known name in local footy. As the ball's tapped down here, taken away again by Mitchell. Long kick. The breeze carries it right up towards Cloak. Couldn't take the mark. Ducks the head. Gave the hand pass over towards Harrison. Fed it off.
Oh,
another snap in towards goal. Bulls on fire in the first quarter.
Braden Shaw.
Back to Sinclair. Sinclair clicks high up towards centre half forward now. Nearly a good mark over there. Couldn't quite maintain it. Knocked forward on that occasion by Clayton Rogers. They worked it towards the centre. Now the Bulls. Good play with them with the wind. Hand pass coming out. Unloaded there was Delbridge, but got it over to Penn. Penn's kicking towards the forward line. Great grab back there to Murphy.
Yeah, he read it beautifully there in the back pocket position.
Then it comes. Bundoora will be defending stoutly against this breeze. Ooh. Chance there for Caddy. Taking the footy away for the Bulls was Glowry. Lost it. Hand pass coming over. Blair stole it. Shrugs the tackle onto the right foot in towards the forward line. They fly, no mark taken. Taken by the dangerous Jake Williams in towards goal and kicks Heidelberg's first.
He's on the half-back flank. On that outer side, and the long kick sees it to centre wing. Cloak was up early, couldn't take the mark, comes to the ground. The Tigers a chance here. Murphy's long hand pass is trying to open it up. Can they make something out of this? Working hard on it. Free kick going the way of Heidelberg. Little hand pass to Blair Harvey.
Harvey's kick in towards he's going to... they're going to centre it. Chance here now for Bundoora. Taking it away was Delbridge. Fed off the hand pass. Bulls out of trouble. Have time for a couple of bounces. Better kick it. Does so now. Moorcroft the target. Chipping in beautifully to cut it off there was Fabian Dorbolo. Dorbolo now for the Tigers. Kicks in towards the centre wing. Apparently underneath it. Got crunched. Chance here now. Trying to crash his way through was Contessa.
And they lock it up and the umpire says, give it to me. The crowd roared for the free kick, but not to be given.
Ball tapped down. It's in the pocket here. Quick hands got it over here towards Houlihan. It's in dispute again. Snapping towards goal here for the Tigers. And they get their second at the 9.5-minute mark. Right, now let's go back to the highlights of a great grand final last week at Preston. In the Northern Football League, Bundoora doing battle with Heidelberg. So Cruiser now. Handballs it straight back to Carmiesano, who's obviously the designated kicker. Kicks it high. Look at the wind hold it up. Centre wing. Ball knocked away from Clayton Rogers. They work it towards the line. Keep it in nicely, or did they? They did. The kick coming from Palazzello up towards the half-forward line. Chance here now for the Bulls. Still looking for the first goal into the breeze. Taken by Palazzello. Gave it over towards Penn.
Penn has it off to Contessa. And Adam Contessa puts it through. Sukarno kicking and squaring it up once more, but across the ground. The mark's taken there and played on straight away. Jackson took the mark, got it across where Murphy has it. He has time and then kicks it to the running Harvey, who's made space for himself. Plays on straight away towards a half-forward line, looking for Sol Caddy. Takes the mark. Too far out to score, but it'll move it quickly. Looking for a high flyer down there, you'd think.
Did it beautifully, the Tigers. Can they cap it off with a goal? It's right in their goal square. Tapped back there by Chapman. Turns around, snaps a goal. They get another one. Looking now to try to grab the lead. The little chip passes on. And I think that's Jess Sinclair down there who takes the mark. He has the chance now to put his team in front.
He's kicked 20 goals for the season in the 18 games that he's played. Comes in, puts the ball on its way. Looks good for mine from here. Goal umpire agrees. Half forward. A little kick sees the ball into the pocket. Chance now for them to go forward. The Tigers, can they mount something from here? A shot towards the goal. Into the breeze. Josh Houlihan kicks the goal. The ruckman go for it. Finn gets a second tap down. But around his body, a long kick by Dennis. Sees it towards half forward. No, good mark taken by Neil Glory. And Glory, who's only kicked 5 goals for the season, comes in for this shot at goal.
Larry now puts the ball on its way. That's through the centre. They needed that, the Bulls. They creep back to within 2 points. Up she goes in the middle. Bulls trying to make something happen. Farrelly ran out of the middle with it. Kicks it long. Oh, could have been a free kick down there. Jack Hill, the blind miner, can see that one. And going back to take the kick will be Paul Harrison.
And he's kicked one from about this angle. Paul Harrison to put the Bulls in front. Comes in, puts the ball on its way. Straight through the eye, little. That's the 6th on the scoreboard. David Mitchell it is, going to that outer side.
It's a good long kick too. They set themselves. No mark taken. It was a good mark in the end to mark Matt Chapman. Did it well. And holds the Bulls out on this occasion, but only temporarily because he's turned it straight over.
And Palazzano gets the ball, a little kick forward, and he's given it across to Adam Contessa. Contessa heaves his foot into the ball, goes high into the forward line. Big forwards looking to take the mark, comes to the ground. Moorcroft has it, gives it away quickly. Little hands across, and a goal, shot at goal by Braden Shaw. Ball by Murphy, kicked right to that outer side, but a good and strong mark. Was the big man up that time was Dennis. Dennis kicks long into half forward. Oh, it's off hands. Oh, no, he marked it in the end.
Landed on his chest.
Big Cameron Cloak was in the right place at the right time.
Cameron Cloak with the ball, looking for his first goal. This to give the Bulls a very, very handy 17-point lead. 20.5 minutes gone. Comes in, puts it straight through the centre. And the Bulls go further ahead in the grand final.
Umpire puts it into the turf. That's what I like to see as it comes forward. And they're going to go forward through Michael Finn to half forward, but repelled and kicked back by Kamasuko to that outer side where Farrelly knocks it on. Link of hand passes, gets to Barbero.
Clever stuff by the Bulls. Barbero's kicking towards the forward line. Harrison's there, can't take the mark, he's in after it again. So also is Contessa. He's snapping towards goal as a beauty. Bulls on the march in the grand final. You reckon we do go back to some more highlights?
Well, why not?
We fit some more in?
It was a grand final.
It was a beauty too. Let's go back to the action at Preston City Oval. Showing his experience there, the veteran. Big thump away from that ball up. Sends the ball into no man's land. Tigers with the numbers here. Doesn't always help though. It's desperation stuff. They dive on it. Whistle on play. Sees the ball up centre wing.
Crowd are appreciative of this by their voice. Up they go. Comes down. It was knocked on by Nolan. Nolan got it across where Spence runs the line, hands it off. He was looking for Jake Williams, but Farrelly's back there. That was just about a throw out of the back. Comes to the ground.
Oh!
Finn goes in and takes the footy. He was tackled, didn't have it. They rush in top of the footy. The umpire allows it to go on. Blows his whistle for a ball up. 62 plays, 38. Good quarter for Bundoora. There's the kick out. Good high one. They fly high. Cloak took a specky. Cameron Cloak soared, glided sideways, and took a beauty for the Bulls. That's inspirational stuff. They're calling for it long. Into the breeze, so he kicks it long. Up they go. Man in front. The umpire says there was no free kick. There's going to be a free kick now for wasting time. That's against John Cruiser. Threw the ball down in disgust, and the umpire fixes that easily with the free kick. Blair Harvey will take it for the Tigers.
So the experienced Blair Harvey centres the footy, trying for a goal before three-quarter time. Fisted away. Opportunity here. Stealing it was Brunelli. Brunelli's kicks just missed. Point only for the Tigers.
63 plays 39.
4 straight goals the margin. Here's a chance for the Tigers. Flipped over here to Sinclair. Sinclair in towards goal. Reduces the margin to 3 goals.
Ball's about to be bounced in the centre to commence again. Up they go. 18 points the margin. Farrelly's there. Tries to get it in front of him and sinks the slipper into it.
It's a centre half forward. Judging it beautifully back there was Cameron Cloak. Had to wait under it. Fell into his arms in the end. Kicks in towards the forward line. Good strong defensive mark. Back there taken by Danny Nolan. Gets on with it straight away. Heidelberg working it away now. Nick Miller's got it. Still virtually a last line of defence. Switches play all on his own. Got a paddock as Peter Spence. Could mess it up though. Loses it. Gets tackled. He's got support. Ends up over here with Jackson.
Jackson's hand pass puts Sinclair under pressure. He hand passes it quickly. And DeBello kicks it into the centre of the ground. Cloak's there again. Single-handedly. Boots it long.
Moorcroft underneath. Takes the mark. Their stars rising to the occasion. Cameron Cloak did it beautifully. Set it up high. Gary Moorcroft hasn't had an influence on the game. He could now, though.
He's going to be put round on the tight margin. He plays on. The umpire's not looking. Turns around and boots a goal. Margin back to 24 points.
As we go back to the highlights from last Saturday's Northern Football League Grand Final.
So the ball will be brought back into play. Good long kick. Up they go, and Cameron Cloak, he's up high, plays on straight away, playing at half forward, but at half back. Finds Harrison. He forced his way to the front of the pack, took the strong grab. They've got a man by themselves out there.
All alone is Trent Barbero. Couple of bounces into virtually an open goal. Goes bang, and the Bulls are on the march. Backhanded back. Again, Bundoora in the way. Dennis snapped it out of the air. His hand pass goes astray. Long kick in towards goal off the boot of Symes. Will bounce through for miraculous goal. Tigers still in it. 17 minutes gone. Final quarter of the 2011 season. Big thump away on that occasion by Cloak, but it's sharked here by Spence. Spence now for Heidelberg. Boots long into the open spaces. Nobody down there. Bounces awkwardly for them. Going in hard was Barbero. Keeps the ball ahead of him. Picks it up and handballs it off.
They're going to steam forward through the ends of a glory. He takes a bounce. Outside the 50, not a great kick. Murphy was there, but Dave backs up a second time. Lurie, a little hand pass comes out. It ends up with Murphy, spills it, spills free. In they go again, hand pass being used. It's not effective, but Miller hand passes the ball over the top. Chance there for Harrison. He missed it. Comes back again. Adam Contessa kicks long, but there's a man back there. And that man was Dean Haydock. He couldn't hold on to the footy. It's over the boundary line.
It's through for a point, and they'll run it out of defence again. All the time in the world. Think that might have been Dennis. Yep. Kicked it high, looking there for Cloak, but at the back. No, it's a back. It's a Heidelberg kick here. And it will be taken on this occasion by Big Mickey Finn.
Finn wants to play on straight away. Hooks it into half forward. Up they go. No one can take the mark there. Comes down.
He's paid it.
Sol Caddy was the one with the footy. Caddy's taken his boot off. So this will be an interesting kick. 1 foot in a boot. Sol Caddy comes in and puts it on its way. 8th on the scoreboard there to Heidelberg.
Chance here now for Nolan. He's been so good all day for them. Kicks it high. Another goal here would make it very interesting. Ball's tapped to the front of the pack. Roved, kicked high, right up in towards the goal square. The kick from Sinclair. Taking the footy there was Mark Favren. Goes bang. The Tigers have got 2 inside a minute.
And in Division 1, it was grand final day in the NFL. Bundoora running out winners over Heidelberg. Well, Daryl, Bundoora had the ascendancy for most of the day, opening up a 3-goal margin in the first quarter, and were able to keep it for most of the game.
Yeah, the Tigers struck back though, Benny, and looked dangerous at half-time. Nothing, only 3 points in it at half-time, and Heidelberg held that lead. It was Bundoora's third quarter that really set them alight.
And of course, they were kicking against the breeze in the last quarter, and every effort was needed to stem the tide with Heidelberg coming home with that breeze. Cameron Cloak was just fantastic in the back. Well, he was playing centre-half forward and taking marks at centre-half back.
Well, I think he was the difference. I think he really was the reason they got over the line. His marking in that last quarter, in fact, for a lot of the second half, was nothing short of sensational. Joe Palazzolo was also very good for Bundoora. He was prominent for all 4 quarters of the game.
Big Matt Dennis was another one that worked well, and the big men were difficult to counter from Heidelberg's point of view.
Yeah, but I thought the standout for the Bulls, even though they didn't name him in their best players, was the medal winner, Benny, and he was our player of the day, Michael Farrelly, or Farrelly as I think it's pronounced, did a fantastic job for them. He was just a star for them all day.
That blonde hair certainly sets him apart, but he got lots of kicks all over the ground. Adam Contessa was another one that worked hard, a non-baller that got a fair bit of the football and led the Bulls into attack.
And Trent Barbera, another very good player for the Bulls, and did some inspirational things when it really counted.
I thought Paul Harrison was another focal point for them. He took marks and, especially early, was very dangerous for the Bulls.
Heidelberg, though, they didn't fall all that far short. Only 10 points in the end, and they had lots of good players. Danny Nolan, who always gives his best, did it again last Saturday. He was great.
I thought Peter Spence was another one that got possessions. He seemed to be able to get out by himself at times and drove them well into attack.
Dean Haydock was one of my best. He just constantly kept getting the ball, especially in the back line. I think he probably got as many possessions as anyone on the ground.
Blair Harvey led by example. The captain got in hard for the footy and was inspirational at times. Jess Sinclair also showed his experience and kicked 2 goals and was a good player there for the Tigers.
Yeah, they had lots of hard tries on the day, but as I say, just falling 10 points short. Bundoora, it's their year. Congratulations to them. They are enjoying the moment. Fantastic achievement. They've had a lot of goes, and well, they've certainly arrived in 2011.
And of course, the captain and the coach hoisting the cup to the air. And I caught up with a very happy coach, Phil Malin, and a very happy dad, Tony Shaw. Phil, congratulations, a great win.
Yeah, it was. Look, we always knew it was going to be tough against Heidelberg. You know, I said that after the game that, you know, when you're playing 8 grand finals, you know how to play them. So I'm just absolutely wrapped we could hang on.
It was a gutsy performance in the end by your boys.
Oh, look, you know, we'd had a perfect preparation into this game, you know, winning the second semi so well and getting a week off. You know, I thought held us in good stead. But as you could see, Heidelberg kept coming at us, which we knew they would.
At the start of the season, you had a couple of new recruits into the team, and they've added a fair bit, haven't they?
Oh, I don't think we'd be here without them. You know, Gary Moorcroft, Camucciano and especially Cloak, you know, those boys have just added a new dimension to us and, you know, they've been fantastic all year.
What about the last quarter that Cameron Cloak put on? Because he saved you a couple of times there.
Well, I mean, he stood up, you know, and that's one thing he said to me before the game, that I'll give you 100% total commitment. And, you know, his last quarter, I reckon he took 6 or 7 marks that were, you know, desperately needed at that point in time.
But Michael Farrell, he was also good. He won the best on ground, but he was good all day too, wasn't he?
Look, Farrelly's been a very consistent player since he came to us. And strangely enough with him, he plays better in the second half of the season than the first. So we always knew he was going to get better and better as the year went on. But you know, we had a lot of good players today.
You've played at a higher level. How does this rate in your career?
Well, I can't remember any others, so this one rates number one at the moment.
But it must be fantastic to lead a team and a good club like Bundoora.
Well, look, Bundoora have been successful for a long time without winning premierships. You know, we've played in the last 5. Over the last 15 years, and Heidelberg have beaten us every time. So, you know, I said to the boys, I think it's our time, you know, to shine. And, you know, retrospect's a great thing, but, you know, we finished on top for a reason because we were pretty consistent. And I think that shone through today.
Anyway, congratulations, Phil. Fantastic win. Premiers 2011.
Can't wait. Beautiful, isn't it? Lovely. Thank you.
Tony, coming along to some local footy instead of league footy. Good dose of it today.
Yeah, it was a great dose of it. Well, if you can't watch your son, you'll never go to local footy. But, yeah, I was pretty proud of them today. They were fantastic. They've had a checkered career in the last probably decade. But my son, very proud of him too.
He leads the team well, and he had plenty of other leaders around him today.
Yeah, look, they probably went in favourites. It looked like in the end Heidelberg ran out of legs having to play that other game. So that was good. Look, you still got to do it on the day, and their first quarter wasn't great. But at half-time, I thought they defensively they got back in it. It was really a 0-0 draw at half-time, really. And it was a second half, and I don't know whether Lee was enough at three-quarter time. But look, it's a credit to him. Well done to Phil Malin. Like Phil's coached a lot of losing sides in grand finals over the period of time he's been in the Diamond Valley or Northern Footy League. Look, I'm so proud of my son. I didn't sleep last night. In 1990, I slept like a baby, but I didn't sleep last night. I was up at 6 o'clock this morning, and I just wanted him. He's had a few kicks in the backside, so it's pretty emotional out there.
Anyway, good to have your son leading the team, being able to hold that premiership cup up.
Well, when I saw him with that cup, it brought back a few memories. But like he deserved. But this team, I think they've been the best side in the comp nearly most of the year, and they showed that during the final. So it's fantastic. And the Northern Footy League, I think they do a great job. And again, the crowd was great again today.
Thanks, Tony.
No worries. Thanks.